this time around, the bullies will not have a rest. I have determined that since it is in the best interest of the United Party to put two miscreants of our society as the reason why we in the CPP must be under attack from them with lies and misinformation, I'm here to respond to Stanton Witherspoon, who is a criminal defendant in the United States versus the United States of America. And Eugene Fagon, who by all definition of successful man, is a failure. Therefore, I have decided to come here to tell you that we in the CPP will never allow these bullies to continue unchecked anymore. And the reason for me is very simple. When they do it, they get away with it. The gullible society that we are consume it, and then we struggle. We are 4 months away from making history. They are aware of that. We are 4 months away from changing the way this country has been for over 100 years. We are 4 months away from changing the destiny of young men and women. We are 4 months away from a new Liberia. So I was listening to Eugene Fagon and Stanton Witherspoon last night. I listened to it this morning. In fact, a very special person who looks after me all the time transcribed it for me. And so I was able to read properly what they said. I need to answer the issue of my candidacy in Nimba County. The people that are dealing with me, they're stupid. They are very stupid. They don't think, and I think that they're being used with deliberately by giving them half information, and so they get out there. What are they saying? That I am begging MDR not to feed Kennedy against me in my district. Well, for your information, NDR has a candidate against me, and that cannot change. NDR is in a marriage with the Unity Party, and the Unity Party has a candidate in my district. The current representative in my district is from the Unity Party. He won the election on the Unity Party ticket. So if Eugene and Stanton were not silly, whoever gave them that information should have told them that for me to go to sit with NDR to say, don't put Kennedy in my district, is to assume that NDR and Unity Party are going against each other. No, they are in a political marriage. So whether I like it or I don't like it, we are already facing each other. So your naivety will not be allowed to go unchecked. So whenever you say it, I will come back. I'll respond. What the other thing you said? That Cummings has bribed me every time we've endorsed Cummings. How many times we endorsed Cummings? One time. And by the way, I'm not surprised, Stanton, That is classic life. The way life is, every time you look into someone's face, you see a reflection of yourself. That is your life that you are living. So you don't see anything else. You don't know that good is something that you do without getting anything in return. You don't have this quality. You are not qualified to see life in that way. You don't have the education, you don't have the experience. So as far as you're concerned, with a few stolen money, it is easy. It is very easy for you. Now you are even ashamed before you and your minion will go and say all kinds of things. You are ashamed. Now you're saying that I took money from commies. Well, let me touch that a little bit. When I became chairman of the Liberty Party, the first thing I did was to get an office that is befitting to a party with the stature of Liberty Party from my pocket. When I became chairman of the Liberty Party, I bought 7 vehicles from my party. No other party has that type of fleet in the Republic of Liberia. From the day the Liberty Party and the ANC began our collaboration, the Liberty Party has not received a dime from the ANC. You're not used to that. You don't see life that way. It's difficult for you to believe that. It's difficult for you to understand that. And I'm very proud of my record. I like Mr. Cummings. I think he's good for the country. But it's not because of his money. I have my own money, by the way. I'm not like you. What you have is what you stole from people. And now you are being sought. And I know that you're going to jail. How do we get to the point in our country where a man who does not have the right to move from his house to as far as 45 miles outside of his domicile to have influence? How does Unity Party feel for this man to be your spokesperson? What moral message are you sending? How, by the way, what message are you sending to the United States of America? The document that is flying around today, where the judge gave Stanton Witherspoon permission to leave his house to go 45 miles to a relative's graduation, and while there, that he must continue to report to his parole officer. That document says the government of the United States versus Stanton Witherspoon. How does the Unity Party feel about that? How do you have that person to be the one now that is talking trash about people from the same segment of the political divide, because we are all opposition? How do you deal that? How do you deal with that? How low are you prepared to take your party? How low? At the end of the day, I said to myself, and I said to Eugene Fagon, I'm not like you. Another one in Eugene Fagon. What happened to him? 2019. This guy was going with the government delegation, Nathaniel McGill. They reached to Washington, about to enter a meeting with U.S. government officials. They pulled him out and said that the United States government does not want you in that meeting. That Eugene Fagon, an irresponsible man whose wife threw him out. And now he's facing charges on child support, so he can't work in the United States because all the money is going to go to. So he's working under the table, and Stanton is using him now as an attack dog to be talking trash to people, lies that I took money from Cummings. My friend, you may not believe it, because to believe something, you must believe that it is possible. But I'm doing very fine. I have a good revenue. I have a good income. All of the people around you, they know that I have a good income. And so you going around that I, Musa, Hassan, Bility, will never bow to any politician. Never. It's outside completely. In Nima County, Omen Joseph Waka had chosen a fellow Nimbayan. As far as I'm concerned, I have absolutely no problem with Senator Kuhn, a young man who has earned his stripes. I don't draw fresh blood. I've never drawn fresh blood in my politics. That's my style. But hey, I am ready to fight anybody who wants to fight me. In this district, I've earned my stripes. I would not, let me make it clear, I would not need the Unity Party in my district. I would not need anyone to get elected in my district. Why it is true that I would not go looking for fight? If anybody bring war to me, that person will lose that fight. I'm ready. I never enter the theater unless I'm ready. I'm ready.